Hi, everyone. Welcome to Ancient Asia, or as I like to call it, Amazing Cultivation Simulator. Sorry, we're giggling a little bit because we were watching the Tom Cruise freaking out thing, which he freaked out. I almost did the past tense of freak as frucked out.
You frucked out, yo.
Is that our new?
Stop freaking out, man.
Anyways,
out.
he was freaking out because some people broke COVID regulations. Anyways, folks, this is a bit of not a different stream tonight. This is a bit of a quick look at a video game. No one's ever used that phrasing before.
Yeah, we don't play video games here.
Full disclosure, this game was sent to us as the Steam key from I don't know if it's the actual person who made the game or their PR manager or whatever, but it was sent to us. So keep that in mind, that we've been bribed heavily and heavily. Anyways,
just to be clear, this is the first time we have. No, we did Fall Guys, so we are not under any obligation to give this game coverage or positive coverage. Yes. There's no restrictions on it. We are just thankful that they gave us a key so that we can play the game, and we've decided to play it for this stream.
Yeah, exactly. Ian hit the nail on the head. There was no wording, be like, stream this. They just sent it. And they followed up and to remind me, because it was my bad that I missed it the first time. Anyways, this is Amazing Cultivation Simulator. I read some articles about it. It's been described kind of like RimWorld. I played the tutorial. I started a game. I was very confused. I think mostly...
that menu background. I love the subtle animation on it.
It's very good.
So good.
They're playing Go. This guy's sleeping. It's very good. He's playing the flute thingy. So I started playing this game. Most of my confusion in this game currently comes from the fact that I believe it was just recently translated to English, so it's a little I think it's a little mismatched in how it's like describing how you do things. But we're kind of just gonna play it and do stuff.
That's kind of understandable. I have a little bit of experience with how translation is done in the software industry, and basically, I don't want to say a bad job, but an easy job is you have a list of strings in the software. So basically, just strings that are tagged that need to be translated, and there are things like help, file, click this button. If you just imagine most of the text in the game. And then all they do is they just compile that into almost like a spreadsheet, and they just send it off to a company. And the company just goes through and goes, help is ayudar in Spanish. And they just go through. So you lose a lot of context, etc. And I'm not saying that's what happened in this case, but that's one way that software translation is done. And it's kind of like voice acting, where you're just feeding the actress or actor a line, and they say the line. There may be some notes on delivery, but sometimes not. So you context can start to mismatch.
Yeah, and also I was playing the tutorial, and it's pretty basic, and then in the actual game there's a lot more tutorials, which kind of helped with this whole thing. So I apologize if this stream is dropping frames, because it is. The year 245 of the Tian Kang era, December. The Taya... Oh, I didn't have enough time to read. That was in Chinese. I could have read it so much faster. So I can choose up here. These are my three people. Like in RimWorld, these are the people I'm going in with. This guy is a snake man for some reason. This woman, sorry, is a snake woman.
This kind of reminds me of like a board game.
Yeah. It's got a weird style that I kind of dig, which is like 3D characters on a 2D plane.
Yeah.
I can give these people. Okay, so let's start the game.
You see one
after the escape. I do have the email open.
Oh my god,
here.
this is RimWorld.
Yeah, it's pretty much RimWorld.
I had no idea what this game was.
My favorite is the tooltips. The lady who's reading them is clearly probably after COVID, because she's like talking to not a great microphone, and there's like some blowouts, and it's very funny.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I find it very charming.
Yeah. She couldn't afford $500 for a Blue Yeti.
I know. This game does one of the things that annoys me the most, which I don't know if it annoys a lot of people. For several days, you
Yeah.
hid during the day and traveled at night, finally arriving at a secluded ravine. As you're about to relax, a light of teleportation suddenly struck, showing the contour of a cultivator. The sect leader and I go way back. Blah, 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 blah. I don't know what this guy does. When I click on him, it shows a messaging board. So, anyways, the thing I was going to say that this game does, it scrolls at the mouse edges, and I can't turn it off. Because I detest edge scrolling.
Yeah, I could see.
Because
I could
of
see
this one reason right here. You go to click something over there, and you go too far. And
but I mean, this is
early access.
You got to be better at clicking.
Yeah, that's why I'm on feedback. Everybody, early access.
Just to add a little bit of context to my sassy comment, I remember watching. You know, Day 9, the like he hosts. I think his name is Day 9. Sean Plott. He hosts the PC gaming show at E3, and he's like a esports guy, and he used to be like a StarCraft pro.
Sure.
No.
No.
Anyways, I remember I watched a video from him a couple years ago, and it was just like how to get better. He was like how to be a better mouse gamer, and just talking about like how in an RTS game or in shooters, like you're always using the mouse and you got to be quick and precise. And he's like, here's some recommendations I have. And he was like, one of the things was try to click on things exactly instead of like overshooting them and then going back, or like clicking a couple times until you get close to it and then clicking on it. He said like slow down and get better at stopping exactly on an item. You know, like flick to an icon, stop exactly on it, and just get better at that, because you start to ingrain a bad habit of going past and then backing up to it. And so I've always been trying to do that. I'm still not better at shooters, but it's a good tip of just like get used to moving and stopping the mouse precisely.
Oh no.
If you hit the one key, does that select it in those menus? You know what I'm talking about? How the option.
Oh no! The thing the option menu doesn't have is a get rid of the option menu. It's strange. Yeah. So if I click on this cultivator, and so there's comments, and there's like upvoted comments. I probably shouldn't scroll through these. And so I'm not sure if this is like people.
That's
higher.
I think it's just people like, I don't know if they're commenting to the devs or if they're commenting to each other.
Yeah, it's interesting.
But it looks like they're mostly commenting to each other. And that's awesome. That's like that's like Dark Souls, you know, where you're leaving notes, but in a less hardcore way. So and that it's hosted in the that's a crazy good idea, especially for a game like this, because you click on it and instead of seeing a generic help screen, it's like, hey, here's the strat for this guy.
But I also think I do things with this man, but I don't know what.
We'll click on the comments and read through them. See what it says.
That guy's just.
I think that's the whole point, is that it's like a help.
I don't think.
Yeah.
Don't listen to people here. Kill him with a cold room. Then you don't have to deal with the room catching on fire and burning down while he dies.
To get bars.
Mine igneo copper ice crystal ore and then smelt it with a stone furnace. Nailed it.
Okay, that's good. So I guess you want to kill this guy eventually.
Nope. Could not kill mine because he had temperature protection up to 900 plus. Oh, it's my whole goal to kill this man?
I don't know.
Consult the mysterious person.
Whoa. That guy booked it.
Booked to consult him. Okay. So I'm gonna...
Look,
that's a bonfire
I swear,
I made.
This is not a sponsored stream. That's a crazy good idea in a game, is to have a hosted in-game like comment/wiki accessible via you click on the object or item or person or character or whatever, and then you.
So I clicked it on this person. I think mortal human is. Oh, so this is each of the characters. It's like their own little message board for their each character.
Yeah,
That's
like
cool.
I don't want to say a wiki page, but it's so it's like this character. The idea is you come in here and people are like, "Hey, how do I do this?" or "Here's how you do this."
That's smart.
Yeah, that's because if you think about something like like Minecraft or Factorio, etc. If Factorio had that on like a steam boiler and you click on it and you see a comic board and people are like, hey, here's the steam boiler to water pump ratio you should be using, instead of having to
Yeah.
look it up on Wiki.
Yeah. That's smart.
God, that's cool.
Okay.
Anyways,
I don't have a strat in this game yet.
all I'm trying to say is we are the gold standard. They're back there in Hollywood making movies right now because of us.
Stop reading the Tom Cruise quote. See,
it's so good.
I can't exit this menu. I guess click off of it. That makes sense.
Yeah.
There we go.
No, what I meant was when there was like a dialogue menu and there was a 1 key next to the dialogue choice. If you can hit 1 to choose that option. I love when games do that.
I do like that. You're right.
Yeah, because then you don't have to click. You can just like quick select. This feels like one of those games that is like a crazy amount of mechanics.
Speaking of games with the crazy mechanics, not to distract from this, but I was playing Cyberpunk today, and I was doing a very important mission in Cyberpunk, and one of the characters kept saying their like like dialogue line.
Yeah.
Karen does a good impression. She just goes, You're wasting my time. You're wasting your time." And there was like all this different stuff. Every like, oh yeah, pick it up. Pick it up. Every like 30 seconds through like a half an hour mission, her character
That's
was
great.
during her same dialogue, it would show another subtitle underneath.
Yeah.
You're wasting your time. So
how's your Cyberpunk going? How you feeling?
It's good. I know I messaged you about it. Look at this. Sleeping. It shouldn't be funny because they're out in the cold. It's good. It's 22 degrees Fahrenheit out. I feel so bad. I had my first crash because I threw a bunch of grenades at a guy trying to kill him, because that's how I deal with tough enemies. Honestly, I fell into a side quest hole, which I don't know if it classified as a side quest, but it was a whole side section about nomads and this lady who used to work with nomads. Actually, I don't think it's a side quest. It's a main quest that then leads into
one of the main quests.
Side quest.
Yeah, I just started that one.
So that whole section with her is fantastic, and I had my first emotional response to that game in one of those quests.
Yeah. So
I did not cry.
I think. Yeah. So I think I'm right there with you, but that's definitely part of. I mean, unless you started to go into the gigs in that area, because they do a cool thing of like, there's not one single main quest line. There's like 3 main quest line, and it's basically like you come to a fork in the road, and it's like, hey, we need you to do maybe do these 3 things, and it's not like do an either or, but it's like, we should probably do this. You should probably also check in this and check in this, and those become 3 main quest lines that you should do to then come back together after a couple hours or whatever. And I think those are really good. But the actual side quests, I don't know. There's a handful of side quests that I've enjoyed, but most of them I'm just ignoring. And then there's the gigs, which are just like randomly. I don't want to say randomly generated, but they're just like, oh, I heard that there's bad people here. Go kill them. And then there's the even sub level, which is icons on your map of bad people that need to be killed. And I think all of that. The main quests are great. I think maybe 5% of the side quests with actual like good content are good. Like I've had 1 or 2 where somebody who I came across in a previous main quest calls me up and they start a side quest and they're like, hey, can you do this favor for me? Can you help me out real quick? Or hey, we should meet up. I have something. Those are okay to good. And then the rest of them I'm just completely ignoring because they're not very good.
I think I have 18 car quests.
God, I think
I probably got those.
I cannot believe they decided to do that. So for people who aren't aware with it, in Cyberpunk, it's just like most open world games where you're going to have in an area, you're going to have like side quests in that area, and then you're going to have things you can buy in that area, and then you're going to have like static enemy encounters in that area. But the way they handle it is that every time you go into a new area, somebody literally calls you up and you answer the phone and they're like, hey, I'm the fixer here. I hand out all this stuff here. You're like, okay, whatever. I'm probably not going to do any of your crappy side quests. And then they hang up the phone, and then they immediately start calling you again. And they're like, hey, this guy needs help. And then they hang up the phone. They're like, hey, you need a car. And then they start sending you text messages, and they're like, hey, I found this car. Do you want it? Hey, you should go check this out. And it's like, I have not interacted with you at all. I've made it very clear that I want nothing to do with you. And yet you're still bothering me. Like, literally, it's got to be at least every minute I get one of those messages or calls, unless I'm in a main quest.
Yeah. I get them during quests too. Like I was in the middle of a quest and Judy calls me and then I have a whole conversation because I don't want to like have it delete itself when I go to talk to someone else.
Yeah, it's just like, it's very frustrating. Like, I understand you want to pack the game with those side quests and stuff so that people feel like there's content for them, especially if they feel like they need to grind. But it's just like, you need to be able to hide or ignore that stuff, and it's very hard to do that when they're literally calling your phone all the time.
Yeah.
In terms of emotional response, I don't know. I feel like I've had one or two serious emotional responses, but I feel like I have been emotionally invested in this story from the start. It's just all the other stuff around it
Yeah.
that is trying to pull me away from
But
it.
there was like, and I'll talk to you after you finish like that quest line because I wrote it down so I wouldn't forget. There's a scene in one of those quests where like you and the character have a good interaction, and then like you have a choice, and I don't know what the other choice was, if it's like crappy and it just always leads to the same place. But I felt like I made the choice and it went the way I wanted to, and it felt like I had impact there where I was like, you know what? I don't want to push this relationship with this person too far. I'm just going to dial it back. And the game wasn't like, yo, what? You want to do this? And like, made it nice. And then like, I don't know, the whole scene played out like a good like indie movie that you put on. And you're like, man, the person who wrote this movie like knows how to write human beings rather than like a movie people. And like that whole scene played out that way. And I was like, this is good. Like whoever wrote this scene
I feel like
is a good writer.
Yeah, I feel like the writing in the game, in particular in the main quests, is very good. And I almost wish this was not an RPG and didn't have any of the side quest stuff, that it was just just the main quest stuff.
Yeah.
Because the rest of it is superfluous. I don't really care about the inventory management. It's actually kind of annoying because I feel like I will get a gun that is incredible and I'll use that for several hours and I feel overpowered. And then I get another gun that's even more incredible and I use that for several hours and I feel overpowered. By the way, I don't know if you've tried them yet. I just started using them in the last hour or so of gameplay. Sniper rifles, OP.
Yeah,
it's
precision rifles too.
Yeah. But the sniper rifle, it's like you can engage from a distance, but the enemy AI, half the time they don't even engage you back because they just don't know what's going on, and you're just popping people like crazy. So it's combat is. I feel like the gunplay is good, but the enemy AI is not. But yeah, like if they just pared down the inventory system, stripped out all the side quest stuff, or at least 99% of it, stripped out most of the open world driving because it's not good, and then I don't know, made the menus better so that whole like they've got a great game at the core there, and I'm definitely going to keep playing it. But I'm happy I made the decision to basically mainline only the main quest and only the side quests that I actually care about.
Yeah,
I'm going to ignore the rest of it.
That's kind of what I'm doing too. I did the Delamain stuff because I thought to myself they kind of added that so you would go everywhere.
Yeah.
So I did his whole quest line, and his actually turns out pretty good because you finish that and you're like, oh, that's it. And then you get a call later, and there's more to it. Also, one of those is one of them is a very bad what's it called, pop culture reference, and the other one is a pretty good pop culture reference. So I would suggest doing those cars.
Yeah, because I've only done 2 or 3, but I was planning to get back to them.
The other ones might be pop culture references. I have no idea, but the 2 ones I did clearly are. To the point that I had Karen look it up, and I was like, "Are they gonna get sued over this?" Much like the Game Awards.
So I will say one thing about a side quest that really surprised me was, so this is not a spoiler. It was in like the first gameplay video, and it's one of the very early missions in the game. you rescue this lady who was abducted. She went off the network, and she's basically been kidnapped, and people are trying to take her organs. And so you
Mhm.
grab her, and you get her just in time, and the trauma team comes and takes her and save her. So I was kind of surprised that I got a call from her, and she gave me a side quest, and it was kind of a cool moment. It was almost like this Yakuza moment where it's like somebody that you meet in a previous quest then comes back in a side way.
Yeah.
It's not just a one and done. She called me back, and she was basically like, "Hey, they stole something from me, and I don't have it back. And you helped me out before. Can you help me out again?" And it's like relegated to a side quest status. It's no longer a main quest. But there are other instances I'm not going to spoil where it feels like if you do make those connections with characters, or decide to keep in touch with those characters, it does develop on the sides. And some of the reviews hinted that it may come back into the main line at some point. That some of those characters, if you do pursue the optionals, they come back in. And I think that's something that could be pretty exciting, pretty cool. But
Yeah.
but yeah, it feels like Watch Dogs is a fantastic game shrouded in a lot of useless slash unnecessary slash badly implemented mechanics, and with a large sprinkling of bugs and glitches and performance issues on top. And it feels like I'm about 12 or 13 hours in. It feels like I have found the core. I have found the goodness in that game. And I think I'm just going to keep down that path of goodness and just ignore a bunch of the other stuff, which is a shame, but
Yeah. I feel about the same way because I just hit 22 hours, and
oh,
it's
wow.
mostly like any side stuff. If I'm near it, I'll do it, or if it's a character I happen to care about, I will go do it. But otherwise, I'm just like doing the main line,
Mhm.
and like kind of exploring and stuff. I think I'm gonna make a compilation video after, but I have been since I'm on my Xbox, I've been recording every glitch moment.
Character's mood is too low.
Oh
The
no,
status
Oh,
of characters' moods
That's
can be
too
found quickly and conveniently at the bottom of the screen.
These are nice
If a
tips.
character's mood is
Yeah, they
starting
are
to
pretty
get
good.
low, open up the mood menu to
Also, when I
determine
exit
the
out of it, she
situation
continues
and
to
how
read it.
resolve
It's
it.
very helpful.
You have opened the mood
I've
menu.
also opened the mood
From
menu.
here, you can see the character's
Um,
varied emotions, which indicate their needs.
Yeah, I've had a glitch. There's one mission where I had to climb through a window, and twice I tried to climb through it, and it shot me about 300 yards away from it,
Oh, wow.
and I had to walk all the way back over.
What's your combat style like in the game?
Shoot people, run up and shoot
Yeah.
people constantly.
The stealth is not great. I
No,
tried it once or twice.
I've
It was
gotten
not rewarding
much
even
better
when it was
at it.
successful.
When I realized you can tag people and the ping
Yeah.
ability is very good. I also realized 21 hours in that I could install a different thing that gave me access to more net hacking things. I was swapping
Yes.
between the two the whole time. And then I
Yeah.
realized
I
I
barely
now have
even
one with
touched
8.
that.
So,
Yeah.
I hack, and then I'll short circuit a person and overheat them so they pretty much just die. Okay, are we getting
Yeah, I
timber?
think I'm pretty combat heavy. I usually try to start the encounter at least a little stealthy, and then I just go hot, because the other thing was, even if I do it full stealthy, I've
Other
noticed it takes
disciples'
way too
tasks
long.
can be arranged in the work
And then the other thing
area.
is the stealth
In the
feels a
work
little
area,
wonky. Sometimes it feels
priority
like
of
people
tasks
notice me and I don't
descends
know
from
why.
left to right.
And then
The players
there's
can
definitely people
select a
who
character and give a task
there's
special
definitely people who
priority.
bug out and just don't notice
In
you
a
at all,
disciple's
even if you're right in
behavior
front of them.
is
And then
more
there's some people
constrained by
who
the work
it's
menu.
super easy to sneak behind them, and then it's just
Mhm.
like some people who it's like you're behind them and they're like, "Oh, you're there," you know. And it feels like once you go hot in an area, even though it makes you think that everything has calmed down, it actually hasn't, because people will spot you from 100 yards away. I don't know. Stealth system, it's a bit wonky, a
It
bit
is very wonky.
inscrutable, and I'm not super crazy about stealth anyways, unless it ends up being easier. And like in Watch Dogs Legion, I was doing stealth a lot because it was just easier than doing combat. But in Cyberpunk, I'm now realizing I'm just like, I like these guns. I got good guns. Let me just shoot everybody.
You have a
You know?
character that has been
Also,
edited.
I really wish
Refer to the
I could
help menu for more information about the
I wish I could
editing.
hack into the
See
building
the
and then
recovery
hit a button and be like,
recovery
"Oh, let me
ability
see
of
everyone in the building
information,
through use the
medical
cameras to see
Yeah.
everyone in the building."
and the medicine
Like I gotta play it again.
Well, you can do that. You could do that if there's a computer terminal, you could log into the computer terminal, log into the network, and then flip between the cameras.
Yeah, but I
Fully
mean,
turn the
like,
cameras off.
hey, like I don't want to have to look at something. I just be like, hey, ping again the whole building. Just let me know where everyone is right now.
I mean, like an ultimate ping ability where it's just
Yeah.
like, do all this stuff I'm gonna do anyways. Yeah, that's true.
It makes me. I honestly, this game. I've said this a couple times on live streams. The Cyberpunk just makes me want to go play Deus Ex. I kind of really want to play through those two games again after
Yeah,
and
they are
just
good.
see if they're as great as. Cause I remember having a blast with them.
Yeah,
I want to see if they're as great as I remember them being.
they are much more rewarding than Cyberpunk in terms of stealth and hacking and all that stuff and the
Yeah.
exploration of an area. The other thing I think games really need to, I think I'm gonna blame this on Fallout 3. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna blame it on Bethesda in general. The need to be like, oh, this room has coffee cups and cigarettes and ashtrays, and you can pick up all of it and go
Yeah.
sell it. And it's like, no, I don't want any of that. I don't want to have to deal with any of that because it's just detritus. It's just trash. It's junk, and all it does is waste my time and inventory space and energy for almost nothing. It's like I just want the good stuff to be lootable because then I don't have to do the whole, oh, is it white? Is it white ammo or is it white junk? You know, it's like
You don't
ugh,
collect all the dildos?
no. It's just it's
Yeah, as much as I agree, it's funny because I was playing Fallout 3 a bunch because I mean, aside from that, I do love that game a whole lot. And
mhm.
Karen's like, wait, you can't pick up everything? You should be able to pick up everything because I loot everything. And I've watched her play Fallout 4 and she picks up everything. Granted, there
It's
is a
like-
more robust like destruction
Yes.
and stuff like that, which isn't in Fallout 3. But I'm like, don't pick up everything.
Yeah,
Just like
it's one of those mechanics where it's like it's kind of like battle royales where it comes out and it's like, whoa, that's crazy, that sounds awesome, and you love it at first, and then after like 6 months to 12 months of everybody doing it in the industry, you finally just like, wait, this is not good. We should not do this anymore. You know, like all of the like the Destiny UI of on a console where you're using a controller,
Oh.
but really it's a cursor.
I don't know why they
It's annoying.
stupid that so much.
Yeah. And then the I'm trying to think. I had another example of a mechanic that is like widely used now. It's gone, but just a mechanic that you think is cool. Turns out it's not great, but in that time span, 30 million games include it, and it's just like we don't need this. We don't need this. We don't need this.
Yeah. Just to take a break from the discussion, I am enjoying this game. I feel like we
Yeah.
said this a couple of times, like with those server quests, when there's nothing to talk about, it's because Will's enjoying the game.
Yeah.
Like this
Yeah,
is
and
fun.
you
This
know
is
what?
very RimWorldy, and I think I might
Yeah.
take some time to like actually learn how to play it. Like there's some differences here, but I think it's mostly because I don't know the system. But I'm enjoying this.
Yeah. So I'm sorry. I am beyond your apologies. I have told you, and now I want it. And if you don't do it, you're out. We're not shutting this movie down. Is it understood? If I see it again, you're gone.
It took me way too long, and I was like, "Wait, you've told me?" I was like, "What are
I
you
will.
talking about?"
If I wasn't lazy, I would make a fake audition tape for this, like where it's like, you know, like a white wall, and there's a camera, and there's somebody behind the camera being like, "Mr. Gibson, you can come in now." And I come in. I'm just like, I'm gonna be reading the part of Cruz. Ready? We are the gold standard. They're back there, and just do like this is my audition. Thank you. Call back? Oh, you'll let me know? Okay. Thank you. That would be a funny. I wish I wasn't lazy, otherwise I would do that. Like right now.
You have opened up the health menu.
I feel like if we lived closer together, we would
You
do
can see
crazy things
characters'
all the
health
time.
status,
Yeah,
whether they are injured,
we should move
recovering,
closer.
etc.
Because we could totally shoot that at the studio and then use the generic wink wink casting couch image as the background.
What? I just sit on the couch?
just am I clear? Do you understand what I want? Do you understand the responsibility I have? Because I will deal with your reason, and if you can't be reasonable and I can't deal with your logic, you're fired. I love this so much. It's so good.
Oh, Tom Cruise.
Oh,
What am
my
I
goodness.
gotta look for. Do I have a
Oh, hey, I
job
watched the
today?
the new episode of Mandalorian. Can I just say, I don't care if this is a spoiler or not, but there was a moment in there where they were like, "Hey, civilians, it sucks to be a civilian," and then like 10 seconds later, they're like, "Let's kill them all! Let's kill them all! It's okay, they're pirates. We're just gonna kill the civilians of this planet." It was like, what? What? I like how they said they're pirates, and then the pirates aren't stealing anything. They're blowing up the resource that is being stolen from them, and they're like, who cares? Let's kill them all.
No, let's kill them all.
Yeah, that show is just endless action scenes. Not endless, but
It's
it's
so
like
good. I love it.
You will
Popcorn.
encounter different
Delicious.
like I don't
popcorn.
hate it, but it's also like, hey, there's other ways of conflict other than just
You need to
endless.
collect enough
You
information
know,
to solve
it's
these mysteries
it's
and
just
uncover
like,
the truth.
that's it. That is it. I trust you guys to be here.
You're the worst. I hate Tom Cruise being. I don't know how to heal this man. I have to make a healing place.
I don't know.
They didn't explain anything about this in the
Any other games you're playing? It's just Cyberpunk time, right?
Cyberpunk, RimWorld, because I'm recording it. Actually, I've been, I'm off work because of COVID. I'm waiting for my test results, but I've been editing a ton. I'm almost done with the Iceland.
Oh, how
scenes.
long is it?
Like almost 20 minutes.
Oh my god. Hey, if it makes you feel better, I remember the last cut you showed us. There was like a 3-minute section that didn't need to be there.
Oh, wait. What do you mean a 3-minute section that didn't need to be?
I
There?
just remember there was like a really good minute-long intro, and then there was just like a 3-minute musical montage that dragged on way too long. I
Oh,
don't know if that's still in there or not.
It's all musical montage, the entire thing.
Wait, really?
Yeah, because there's nothing that drags it together.
Does it need to be 20 minutes? How much of it is dialogue?
A good portion of it, because it
Okay,
gets
that's
into like the vloggy videos. But
yeah, because
basically,
I think mostly it was like the 3-minute section where it was all music and landscape shots and no dialogue that I was like falling asleep.
oh yeah, no, it's just I just did like almost like a song for each day and just cut together the whole thing.
It'll be great.
Yeah, sure.
Oh, did you know it's the 3-year anniversary of The Last Jedi ruining Star Wars?
You mean the best of the new Star Wars movies?
What have we talked about Last Jedi?
Probably. I mean, it's
What's
no Rise of Skywalker.
what's your opinion on it?
What, Last Jedi?
Yeah.
I saw it once and it was a great film. I enjoyed it in the movie theaters. I'll probably never watch it again.
Was like bewildered watching it in the movie theaters, and I feel like I need to watch it again.
I was
didn't like
bewildered for Rise of Skywalker. I thought that was horrible.
I thought that didn't even have the decency to be as funny as Dark Knight Rises in how bad it was.
Oh yeah.
It was just, well, I went with Jimmy. I think I told you that. I went with Jimmy, and Jimmy had already seen it. So the whole time he was just like looking towards me, like waiting for key things to happen. And I was like, what?
I think Last Jedi has great like scenes and stuff. I think as a movie overall, it's not great, but I think of the 3 movies, it has the best like scenes and locations and stuff, and it's not god awful like Rise of Skywalker.
I could see that. I could see that. Yeah,
I
it's not
hate Force
god-awful.
Awakens. It's not a good movie.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, see, Force Awakens for me falls into that J.J. Abrams territory where it's like, I want to say it's a good movie, but it doesn't grab me in any way. Like, I can't point at things in that, like I can with Rise of Skywalker and be like, that's objectively bad. That's terrible. That's an awful decision. But with Force Awakens, it's like, I guess this is good, but none of it's grabbing me. Except for there's definitely things in there like how they just decide to destroy Coruscant, and it was Coruscant. Don't you like backtrack and say it wasn't? They just destroyed Coruscant, and Rey being like basically a Mary Sue.
Rose.
And it was just like, there are some objectively bad things in there, but it's not a whole lot. But it's kind of like, I don't really like Scorsese movies that much, but I have trouble pinpointing what it is about it that I think is badly done. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
Oh, I need
now Phantom Menace. Now that's a good movie.
Eh,
I've been playing a little bit of Minecraft because I've been trying to get the server set up. We are going to be starting a Minecraft community server. We need to come up with a name
Very
for it.
excited.
I think it's like Subpixel blank. I was thinking like Subpixel Village. Like we can do SCP, Subpixel Community Project.
CP. I was gonna.
Um,
I was. What's like a? I was gonna say studio, like a TV studio, but that doesn't really work out. The
yeah,
pixel
like
resolution.
Subpixel lot, Subpixel set. I don't think it needs to be TV related. I just wanted something like village related. I was going to call it like It Takes a Village, but that's stupid.
Yeah, that is stupid.
Subpixel neighborhood. I
Oh,
don't
that's
know.
pretty good. I like that.
I was trying to think of something like Subpixel Burbia, Subpixel Town, something like that. I don't know. But anyways, so I got the server. I started installing plugins, which I have like no experience with. And I don't think I'm going to do any client plugins or plugins that require the client mods because I don't want to, when people join the server, I don't want to be like, hey, you have to go to Twitch, you have to install
Yeah.
this mod pack that I made. So I think I'm going to try and keep it super simple so they can just join with vanilla. But I did add a really cool mod and I got it working called Discord SRV, and it basically just links the in-game chat with a channel in our Discord server.
Oh,
And I got it working.
I like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. So the only thing is I didn't turn on role or username synchronization because I know people don't have the same username in game as they do in the Discord. So like basically I did a test today, like in the game, my name is Think Gibson and I wrote test. So it pops up as in the channel, it says Subpixel Minecraft is the user. And then it says Think Gibson __ test. So it's not pretty, but it works.
That's cool. I like that.
Yeah. And I like the idea of we don't have a lot of people on the server at the same time. At least in the past, we haven't. So like if I come online and I'm doing something, I'm like, hey, if you guys, the new furnace is working, you just have to put it in the in chest and take it out of the output chest. I can just put that in the chat and it shows up in the Discord and people can see it in the Discord and it's there forever. So we don't really need like a town bulletin board or anything. The chat basically becomes that.
Guys making timber. We're gonna have a house.
Yeah, so I'm getting other stuff going, and then I think we should be good. The temporary launch date for that is Saturday.
Yeah, I'm very
This Saturday,
excited.
9 p.m. Eastern. We're gonna launch it. It should be fun. So yeah, I'm excited to play that. It's just gonna be vanilla. If you guys want to play, you can find it on the community Discord, which should be a link coming up.
Isn't that the link we need to change on Nightbot because it's a percentage?
Let me do that right now.
No, why'd you go to bed inside the wall? I'm trying to think. Oh, I played a little bit of Red Dead Online because I was prepping my character because my brothers want to play that because it's only $5.
We're playing that on PC, right? Is that Steam $5?
Yes, Steam $5.
I should probably buy that before
Yeah.
I forget.
It's like it's cheap enough that you're like, oh, I'll just buy it in case. Stupid 100 gig download though. Have we really? I mean, other than we played 7 Days to Die, but yeah, it's mostly just been Cyberpunk and editing. Holding me down. And RimWorld a little bit. Ember. Oh, fast forward through night. Old.
Okay. I did have something else happen today.
Oh, that guy's got cool axe moves.
How's the game going?
Oh, pretty good. I'm genuinely enjoying it. I don't know why they do this. They do foundation training. It's cool. Good thing I built that well because I could get dinner or water. Oh, I'm a stupid man.
You have constructed a room. In a room,
Oh,
temperature, attractiveness, and other attributes
built 3
will
doors.
be taken into account. Additionally, the room's layout,
Put
quality,
3 doors on it,
etc.
Ian.
are also evaluated. You can click
Didn't
on
mean
the
to do
floor of
that.
the room to inspect the room itself.
Guys, gotta make more timber.
You screwed up, Goofer.
I gotta build. A hand.
Anyways, I did have something else happen to me today.
Yeah, what was it?
I bought a PS5.
You did it?
I did it.
Wow.
Long story short, Walmart had some go in at stock at 3 p.m. Eastern today, and it was weird because the add to cart button popped up, and I clicked add to cart, and it was like out of stock. So that happened for like 5 minutes, and then they put a message on the sale page that they were just like, more coming at 3:20. And it was the same thing that happened at 3:20. More coming at 3:30, and I was like, okay, whatever. More coming at 3:40, and I was like it would show in stock. You'd click the add to cart button, and it would pop up and be like, can't add it. It's out of stock. So I tried for like it wasn't 40 minutes straight, but I tried for all those intervals. And then like 3:43, I was like, I'm done with this. And I think I like went to the bathroom or something. I came back and the screen was still up. And I was like, let me try one more time. And I hit add to cart, and it was like, boom, it's in your cart. And I was like, check out. Like I'd already logged in. I was like, that's my address. That's my credit card. Check out. And then it like sent the email, and I was like, it was 3:44. So it took me, not continuously, but it took me 44 minutes to buy a PS5, considering their original announcement was available at 3 p.m. But yeah, so I'll get a PS5. I think they're going to deliver it like January 9th or something like that.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm just like, those are the two things that are driving me crazy, is getting a PS5 and getting an RTX 3080 card. So one of them down.
Yeah, I figured with PS5, I'm just gonna wait until there's a game I actually want to play on it.
Well, I'm ready to play Miles Morales. I'm ready to play Call of Duty. I'm ready to play Astrobot. So
Yeah,
I was like,
I didn't like Spider-Man that much. I'll wait for Demon
Really?
Souls, and then I don't give a rat's behind about Call of Duty.
That reminds me, I'm going to go ahead and put on the calendar on January 9th. We're going to have the PS5 stream. That may move depending on when I get it, but I promise. I don't think it'll be an unboxing. I think I'll just be showing it off a bit. We don't need to do a launch day unboxing, anything like that.
Yeah. Run out of timber again? Come on, guys. Can't run out of timber.
Because we can't run
Timber!
out of timber.
Do we need to cut down more trees? Oh, I didn't. Plant should I grow? Oh, I can grow trees. That's helpful. Can I grow wheat? Oh, pass. Oh man, plug some TV viewing for you all. Which by TV viewing I mean YouTube viewing. Karen and I have been watching through Taskmaster, which is a British
What is
television
that?
show. It's hosted by Greg Davies, and each series he gets 5 comedians and they complete tasks for him. It's like whatever task he comes up with. So it could be throw this egg into a basket from 5 feet away in the quickest amount of time. Anyways, so there's like 3 or 4 tasks per episode and blah, blah, blah. It's very funny and it's very good. It's on YouTube just with ads, like a YouTube video with ads. It's not like a TV show. But we're on we just started series 3 before the stream. It is, I have not laughed that hard in a very long time.
Taskmaster,
hosted by Greg Davies.
Yeah, I'll have to try that because I've heard about it, but there's a lot of stuff on Netflix that gets recommended right now, like The Floor is Lava, and there's like a barbecue food show, and we both watched like an episode. We watched an episode of both of those, and we were like, so what? You know what I mean? So I'm excited to try.
Yeah, I would give Taskmaster at least the first 2 or 3 episodes. They're 45 minutes. They're pretty good.
Okay.
I really enjoy it. It's good, like dry British humor. And have you watched a lot of like British panel shows?
I haven't watched a lot of them, but I've watched enough to know I like them.
Yeah, because I really like them, like QI and 8 out of 10 Cats Does Countdown, stuff like that. So if you like that kind of British humor, it's funny because Karen, I was like, oh, I know that guy. And Karen's like, what's he from? He's like, I'm like, other British shows? Like, I don't know what else they're from in real life. They're just always on British shows. It's like, well, at least I know David Mitchell's from that show. What's the name of that show?
Peep Show.
Peep Show, thank you. Is it warm in this room? It's 36. Can I build a heater?
Peep Show's funny.
Yeah, and what was... There's Peep Show, and then what's the... Mitchell and Webb was there...
Mitchell and Webb. Yeah.
Which is the Are We the Baddies? Is one of the funniest. Baddie.
I don't think this is working. I'm trying to fix Nightbot.
Fix Nightbot. There, have some water. Oh, do I have to make more dry meat? Probably. I still don't know.
Oh, you know what it could be? Is...
Oh, temporarily staying. We'll leave after a while. 7.2 days before he leaves.
You have just opened the training menu. In this menu, you can see information about the character's training status.
I think like the
As
spam
data
protection may be
activation
blocking
progresses,
the second.
training menu
Basically, it's supposed to
functions
send 2
change.
messages,
Yeah.
This menu
like
is
5
only
seconds
available
apart,
in
and it's only
the
sending the
training
first
methods.
message. But I fixed the Discord link as well.
Cool. Yeah, I've gone back. Because when I was adding the Discord links to our live streams when we export them, I realized it was an old broken one, so I went back and fixed a bunch of them. And now I think the one that works is SNK, which I find very...
Did you see that SNK announced a new console?
Did they really?
Yeah, let me read the press release. It's really wonky. This is from Kotaku. It's a Japanese tweet from SNK Japan called, in 2021, a new game console from SNK will debut. Please look forward to a new product that will meet the needs of console games and the passion of game fans. Granted, that is translated from Japanese, but
I love...
it's still them saying
That's a Mel
new
Gibson
console.
movie, right? The Passion of Game Fans?
Yes, that's right. That's correct.
Come on, that was a pretty good joke.
I mean, you can tell it to the people who are losing their homes because our industry is shut down. I've decided. I didn't know what my holiday video was going to be, but it's going to be this.
How is that a holiday video?
I'm just going to do this as a monologue.
Oh.
Should I do the fake audition tape?
Man, I wish you could come visit, because then you could sit in the leather chair like I did and like read it out, like act it out.
Yeah, there ain't no way I'm coming up there.
No, I know. But I wish we lived closer.
Actually, you know what? I may come up there at some point to drop stuff off and pick stuff up from you. But
Yeah.
like it'd have to be no contact because
Yeah.
bonkers right now.
The
Just
stuff
'cause I'm gonna be off for like 20 days straight or something.
Yeah, the stuff I shot in my night robe. Night robe? Robe? Yeah. Smoking a pipe was very good. Did I not? I did pick...
Is that up somewhere?
No, it's my holiday video.
Oh, okay.
Oh, it might be on P Cloud actually. Oh, maybe not. Oh no, it is Stardust now. Totally. When I started this game so I did the tutorial and then I just started a game to see what it was like. Giant, like Chinese style dragon flew across the screen at the very beginning and lightning was everywhere. And I thought it was going to kill all my people. I was very confused. I mean, I can keep playing this if you want me to.
Yeah, let's do it. I mean, I'm fixing Nightbot.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think okay, so let's talk this through. I want to do that monologue for my holiday video, but what's the framing? Should I do the audition framing? Should I feel like another stupid idea that I don't want to do is I dress up in Christmas gear and I say it like that. I want to do the monologue, the full monologue, but what's the background? What's the context? What's the framing of it,
I
etc.
think you should be saying it to someone. Like, you should put it in a different context. Like, you're doing a different job. Or, like, you're a janitor or something.
What if it's a Subpixel team meeting?
Oh, hey guys, over here for the Subpixel
It's a
team meeting.
leaked Subpixel team meeting.
That's pretty
Let me
good.
pull up some of the lines. I need to find a full transcript from it. Guys, we are the gold standard. They're back there in Hollywood making movies right now because of us, because they believe in us and what we're doing. Actually, okay, I would need help from you guys, but I think it's that. I think it's we edit it like it's a Zoom call, you know? So we have like the generic Zoom overlay shot, but then we also have a one shot of each of us. And it's like me giving this in the Subpixel meeting, and you guys are just like doing reactions, and then maybe you have one word reaction at the end. What do you think? That's not bad. So basically it's like a leaked Subpixel team meeting recording. So the other one is it's me giving like a State of the Union speech about Subpixel. And the idea is I tack on the front of it, I say like, we've had an incredible year here at Subpixel, but there's progress to be made. We are the gold standard. They're back there in Hollywood making movies right now because of us. Because they believe in us. You know what I mean? Like I frame it like it's a Subpixel 2020 inspirational speech.
It's very good.
I just want to perform this as a monologue because as somebody who enjoys acting and loves a good monologue to chew on, this is like Edward Albee zoo story stuff right here. That's it. That is it. I trust you guys to be here. What an incredible monologue.
It is pretty incredible. Where's this other stuff?
Okay, so now I have this one.
Or Tim. Oh no, he's feeling home. Feel him. I don't know how to heal you guys, so don't get hurt anymore. Stop getting.
Oh no, wait. I goofed it.
Bar block. Wait, oh, do I have to make a timber station? What station used to process wood? Oh yeah. There. But how do I
It, and then this becomes
I have to get, is there like a research?
okay. Save. Okay, so now if I try this, okay, that's working. I was trying to get fancy and have it do both messages in a single, but it's not going to do that. Discard. Copy. Paste.
Can I put a roof here?
Discard.
Why not? Oh, I don't need 108 degrees in there. That's no bueno.
Man, overheat in Cyberpunk is so annoying.
Yeah.
It feels like it's OP because it's just like, oh, it's happening to you. Enjoy a bunch of damage. You know.
Yeah. Sounds like you're having a tough time. Make all the timber. Ooh, unlocked advanced furniture and advanced workstations. That's exactly what I wanted. Ooh, a dressing table. Oh no. Spark of inspiration. Oh, dang. Oh, yeah. This game just got real, dude. We got a loom. We got a sewing table. We got a medicine table. This is good. Oh, bird cage. I know why the cage bird sings. Cage bird sings for thee.
Okay. I think I fixed it. I basically made it more complicated than it needs to be, but it did fix it. Oh boy.
Okay. Folks, in light of the fact that it's 10 o'clock, I'll start slowly wrapping us up. This has been another Subpixel live stream. I hope you enjoyed it. We were playing Amazing Cultivation Simulator while discussing a myriad of topics. This game is pretty good. I really enjoy it. I think I'm going to actually keep playing it because it's basically, it's not, I don't want to do it to disservice by saying this, but it's basically RimWorld or Dwarf Fortress, which is Will's type of game. But it's got this cool, like, Chinese mythology, ancient mythology sort of thing. And also, I know there's a thing with, like, these cultivation guys where, like, you can use them to fight things and stuff. Also, game will let me alt tab out of it. I want to look up who it's by. Because this email with all of the stuff, is it a writer? A rider, is that what it's called? With like all the press
Ryder has, like,
information.
yeah, maybe.
I think rider is maybe that's just with like actors and talent and stuff.
So this is by GSQ Games.
GSQ Games, who have also made a lot of stuff. But I think wait, that might be the publisher. Oh no, this is the Gamera game. Who is the publisher? They've done like Passport 2 and all this other stuff. Regardless, key features: design your own cultivation sect, expand your domains. You can have schools and students commerce, and interact with other NPCs. All sorts of stuff. Again, we were supplied a copy by a person who runs their PR. We were not told to stream it or anything like that. Just wondering if we played it, and I decided to stream it because that is fun. I like streaming games. Anyways, this game is good. Ian looks all excited about something.
I found the full transcript of the audio tape. It's
Ian
not
found the
much
full
longer,
transcript.
but you know, a lot of it was there was an audio recording of it, and then there was a bunch chopped up in the middle of an article. But this is, do you understand what I want? Do you understand the responsibility that you have? Because I deal with your reason.
I don't like this anymore. But yeah, totally go check this out. It is on Steam. I'll probably put the link in the YouTube thing. Yeah, it's fun. I like this game. Until then, I have been Will. You can find me on Twitter at Hunt270. Below me is Ian. You can find him on Twitter at ThinkGibbs, and you can find all of our content at subpixelfilms.com. They'll bring you straight to our YouTube channel where you can check out all of our archives and everything else. We stream on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays at 9 p.m. Eastern, and sometimes other times, but we specify that on our Twitter, which
like
is
tomorrow night. More Cyberpunk from Kyle at 9 p.m. Eastern.
I don't think that's true. I think it's more Kyle Emblem. from Kyle.
No, I think it's Cyberpunk.
Are you sure? I think it's Kyle Emblem. Anyways, you'll get Kyle tomorrow night at 9 p.m. Eastern. Until then, I had a whole bit that I was finishing off. If you want to know when our streams are, so you don't miss them, at Subpixel Team on Twitter, also Instagram, and I think Facebook is Subpixel Team or something. We don't usually go on Facebook. Instagram, the other one. Did I say Instagram? Anyways, everyone have a lovely evening, and have a lovely tomorrow as well. Bye.
Bye.